Hello Gemini, this is your extended reading. You know, this message from the extended, I'm laughing not because of you, okay Gemini, it's because the cards that are here are, showing me a turn that your reading went from something very self-centered, from something that is, you know, it's like love-centered. It's talking about your juices flowing now with more energy because you have come to a point of finding new grounds, finding a new foundation. But I want to say it's not new. Your foundation was just serving as a base for an old structure that didn't match. So the first part was telling me that you were finding yourself new grounds, new stability in a sense, going back to the simple things, finding the cornerstones to rebuild your home, rebuild your structure, rebuild your sense of stability and solidity. And with that process, learning that you only needed one tool to do so, which now that I'm seeing the cards on the extended, I want to say that this one tool is being completely honest with yourself, but not only with yourself, but what you hold inside within your heart and what moves you, what is your passion, what is your desire, what really instigates you to be in this state of flux that we saw initiating the first part, right, with the 10 of Wands. And so because we ended the first part with the Ace of Swords, which was showing itself as one tool, one thing, one element perhaps that is needed for you to rebuild yourself. And we are beginning this extended with Three of Swords. This Three of Swords, initially, before the rest of the cards, especially the Two of Cups that is also here, before everything else came through, this card was talking about the splitting of this one tool into three. So it's almost like this, it's like that Swiss knife. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. It's like this multi-purpose or multi-use tool that instead of, being just a knife, you can use it as a scissors, or you can use it as a hammer, or I don't know, I'm just, making this up, but you know what I mean, right? So instead of being, it's like one larger tool that really has three main functions. And it's like this approach to it that is spreading. So when you realize that you have a very potent tool, that I want to say because of these swords, right, it's like it's almost understanding the signs, the help, the protection that you got along your path, that yes, they were subtle, but now you're connecting the dots because now you see who sent them, or who provided them to you, or who sent out the help in the first place, which is giving you this internal strength because now you know the origin. And so it's like you are now connecting that the tool that you need, that it's pretty much coming through as honesty, as so I was going to say sincerity, but actually what I heard was serenity. It's like serenity to really target. It's like looking back to the signs that you received, Gemini, and understanding that they were actually completely in your favor, in a way that they were giving you strength, they were giving you courage, they were showing you the power of yourself, right? But because it's like splitting into three, the one into three, and because we have the Two of Cups here, I want to say that the sincerity and the serenity to look back and connect these dots, not only the subtle signs that you received of protection, but also connect the dots of a broken heart, I want to say. And I actually spent a little time looking at your cards here because I actually don't like to follow the traditional meaning of the cards because I feel like they are just an easy path. But when they come, and I cannot do anything. It's like I just have to deliver what it's coming through. And so I was actually resisting what I was sensing with, the message of, it's almost like healing a broken heart. And I don't want to diminish that at all, because yes, it is truthful. It is like this big understanding that you only need to target one thing, one tool. So it's like with honesty, you can see where it's like, or it's not where, it's like what you have at your hands, at your disposal, Gemini, to really make it, it's like use it for multiple purposes, right? I don't know if I'm struggling with it too much because I'm trying to run away from this obvious understanding of, yes, what is going on here is the healing of a broken heart. Because I want to say of these two cards also. So we have the Three of Swords, the Ten of Swords, and the Page of Cups. And so traditionally, yes, you could interpret these three cards as, healing your heart, your innocent heart, after a moment of being stabbed in the back, right? Of really being cheated on, or being, just lied to, right? But I want to say, I always follow whatever leads me far away from these traditional interpretations, although I do feel into them, right? So what I was really seeing was this multi-purpose tool. So it's like now you're targeting your reconstruction process, right? Based on new grounds, as came through in the first part, knowing that you only need to target one thing, that you need to, using this one tool, which is honesty, target one thing, and then it will naturally split into three, and it's like it will tackle more than just one thing. It will tackle what is needed to be tackled, because it goes from the 3 to the 10. And because we started with the 10 of Wands, and this was showing me this warming up of the river, giving you this movement, the water being this state of flux and not stagnant anymore. It's like things are speeding up, because it's like it's almost like this alignment of energies, you and the energies that were sent out to help you long ago, I want to say. And so knowing this, it's like knowing that you have this tool inside you, which again, I want to say it's coming through as sincerity and serenity. It's like serenity to give you this space to just flow, to let this channel of you flow, right? And so this 10 of Swords, yes, is going back to that initial card, the 10 of Wands, and it's talking about speeding things up. So because, well, the interesting thing of this Page of Cups is that we have, the 3 dots here on this hat, and these were coming through as these 3 new ways of using your honesty, or your tool, or your recent finding of this tool that you carry. It's like whatever you hold in your hands at your disposal right now, and I just saw an orb. It's like whatever you have that you feel is simple, it's actually very potent. It's actually very, it's like the effect of it, it's very efficient. It's very efficient because it's targeting exactly what needs to be healed, exactly the dots that need to be connected, which they are all pointing to your heart. So it's like, as I'm saying this again, this healing of a broken heart comes through. It's like going back to the innocent heart that you had before these were split apart, right? Before your trust was, shaken by someone. Perhaps I'm just giving an example here. But the beautiful thing is that we have this card coming next. So the same way that this Ace of Swords came after this Tower that was showing me you rebuilding your solidity, rebuilding your foundation, rebuilding your home, perhaps. It's like, or finding a new home, and within it, finding that you hold the truth or the honesty or the sincerity and serenity that you need. This word is coming through. It's like more intensely now, more than ever, now that I'm saying that within this home you find serenity. And for that, because of it, you are able to initiate again this warming up of the river that we saw in the beginning. So because things are speeding up, it's like the movement of this river is picking up the pace, because it's not only that it has energy, it is flowing, but it's also healed. Because, remember of this dissolution card from the first part, it's like you were doing the sifting and sorting of the polluted water from the clear water, in a sense. And so coming back to this pure heart, to this clear heart, it's like you are reconnecting things that perhaps were separate. And with the Ace of Wands, it's like now that you have warmed up this channel to this point of feeling that it flows, it has this natural motion forward, that it's being cleared out from the polluted water. It's like the energy is clear, the energy is clear. So it's like this is the signal that whatever you were doing to this point of finding serenity, of finding in your, it's like being, to put in, clear words for you, Gemini, it's like being honest with yourself. It's like the best tool for healing your wounds, especially if they are heart related, if they are heartbreak, issues, or distrust, or pain. Because whatever you're doing, it's like you're reconnecting the parts that were scattered, with all of this intensifying of the energy of, it's like elevating your energy to a point that now you know how to use your honesty to heal yourself. And this is so potent, because it's like I'm seeing, while I'm saying this, it's like almost like I'm seeing this Ace of Wands as a match that is being lit. It's like with that understanding, with that knowing, it's like this match is being lit, it's being lit, right? And so whatever was not lit is now being lit. And so this card came after. And so this lighting the match is an image that I just saw, right? So it's interesting, because I feel like this is I am a bit reluctant, because I am so romantic that I try to keep myself out of, my personal interests in out of these readings, not to influence it. But when I see these things, I cannot help myself but just, share them. And so with the Two of Cups, I'm seeing that this match being lit is this spark of love again. It's like, because you were healing your heart to the point that things that were separate are now connecting back together. It's like, because also the water is being cleared, right? Because now you have the energy, you have this warming up of this water. it's like this romantic spark is back there. It's like now you can allow yourself to really dive deep into this romantic partnership, if there is one in your life already or not. It's like now you're open to it, you see. It's the energy of understanding that the energy is there, this love is there, there is this connection that is now able to happen, because in a sense your heart has been mended in a sense, but also there is this spark. It's almost like this interest, this desire that it's like being lit up again, right? And so when this card came, I was like, wow, this is definitely just, you know, taking a turn that I wasn't seeing in the first part. And so if this new foundation that you are building yourself and rebuilding yourself, it's like going back to the basics, going back to the simple things in life, the things that really truly give you this sense of stability, of solidity, but also of truth and of knowingness, right? And just, it's like, well, what I just heard, it's like an honest living. It's like an honest, simple living. It's like you don't need much. And when you understand that, it's like things begin to unfold and to speed up, right? As I said, the Ace of Wands turning into the the Ace of Swords turning into the Three of Swords, and then the Ten of Wands with, you know, the Ace of Wands. And so things are sparking. It's like they are being lit. And so they're being lit because it's like now your heart is ready to love again. And I want to say, it feels like, although this could be big for some, or, you know, just another relationship for others, I want to say that whatever this relationship is for you, if it's already in your life or it's a new one, with the cards that are here that came together all at once, I feel like this next phase with this relationship, it's going to be very different, and you are going to feel different. So we have 3 cards that jumped out together and 3 major arcana. So we have the Sun, the Death, and the Empress. And so these are, you know, for them to turn and fall onto the ground as I'm shuffling together, 3 major arcana in this order, right? The Sun, the Death, and the Empress. What I'm seeing here is, first of all, very big shifts, right? As I'm saying this, it's like, if this is already a relationship that you're in, this next phase, it's going to be very different. It's going to feel like, you know, it's like a before and after kind of situation. And if this is a new relationship, that I want to say, it feels to me like it could be, right? It's like now you have the desire, you have the passion, you know what you want, you're going after it, you're ready to open yourself, open your heart to it. There are multiple things here. It's like at first, you know, it's big. Okay, so it could be very overwhelming. As I'm saying this, I'm reminded of how intense the first part was already, you know, for yourself individually. You know, going back to the basics in your own life, perhaps moving on your own, or, you know, to a new place where you want to feel this serenity, and you are going to feel it. But as much as you're feeling this serenity, it's like you're also healing yourself. And when you do so, it's like your heart is ready now to exchange that love, to grow that love. It's like what I'm seeing here with the Sun and the Death card and the Empress, but mainly these two. The first thing that came through, apart from this really big impact, is that your personality will change. It's like the way that you show up in your daily life will change greatly, and it's going to change into it's the Empress is coming through as more, it's like feeling better in your body, but also it's like feeling better with this 3D. It's like not complaining about how dense this earthly plane is, or it's like seeing beauty, seeing abundance, seeing how you are in a very blessed place, I want to say, with the Empress. And so yes, this is one thing, your personality will change, but the other thing that I was seeing is that it's like, it's almost like the sun is coming through as a change that is going to happen very fast, because you know this card was showing up as one night of sleep. So it's like one day you go to bed and then the next day you're completely, it's like your perception, your, it's not even your perception, it's like your the way that you perceive yourself, your personality, the way that you move, you know, in your daily tasks, or how you sense your body, the way that you perceive, you know, because you're going back to basics. So it's like everything that you see, and you know, it's like going back to what really is important to you. It's like it doesn't matter, it's not about the quantity, it's about the quality of it, right? And it's not even about the size of the home that you live in. It's like the serenity that this space holds for you, and especially now that this relationship provides you. It's like there is, it's like there is just a balanced, and it's talking about like a flow state, of this state of flux, of being in flux with love, but also being in flux with this new version of you, I want to say, this new personality, this new way of perceiving your body, of understanding, of honoring your body, right? But also whatever is material that is around you, that is providing you with this sensation that it's like you have it all, Gemini. And this is going to be a quick shift, I want to say, because it's like one day you go to bed, and when you know you sleep and wake up the next day, you're feeling great, you're feeling like, you know, invincible in a sense, and also, but also so grounded. And so it's like, as I'm saying this, I'm reminded again of what I said about, you know, a simple living, you know, this simple, organic, nature-based, perhaps, living. And so I'm actually really glad for you, Gemini, because this was a turn that I was not seeing. And, you know, even though in the first part I already saw that you were feeling grounded with this, you know, new set of cornerstones, of pillars, of you know, a solid new foundation that, well, it's not new, a solid foundation that you were uncovering, right, to rebuild yourself. And so it includes, apparently, not only your home, but a relationship, a significant relationship, and also your personality, the way that your body moves, the way that you take care of your own body. So after all of that, let's see what the astrological runes have to add as a final guidance for you, Gemini. Out. I love when this happens. This is so amazing, amazing, Gemini. So the rune that came through is Jupiter, and Jupiter is, you know, it's like a lucky charm. It's what I just heard. It's a lucky charm. And, you know, while I was, you know, mixing the runes to pick one up, the song that I was hearing was from an Australian singer called Vance Joy. And it's like, everything we do, everything is just as it should be when we're alone. I think it's something like that. I can't remember I apologize, my singing is awful, but whatever. It's Alone with You, I think the name of the song. Everything no, it's not everything you do. It's everything is good. Everything is just as it should be. Okay. Yeah, that's the lyrics. I apologize. And so with Jupiter being this lucky charm for you, Gemini, I want to say that this final guidance is talking about actually everything is really good. Everything is actually happening as it should to really give you this sense of abundance, of growth, of, well, which is actually very fitting with the crescent moon, which is all about growth, right? So allow yourself to grow into this new phase of you, even though your personality, your body, your life, your home, your relationships are all changing significantly. But I want to say they're all changing for good. And for good, I mean radically, but also for the best of you, for your highest good. So this is very, very beautiful. I hope this was insightful for you, Gemini. Thank you so, so much for being here with me. I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.